Not sure if this one will stay on the short grass. Yeah, this lies pretty deep here. Opting for the 5-iron. That's the right option. Put it back in play. Getting ready to play their third. Oh, that one just missed the hole. Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
Oh, terrific. What an effort.
I've never been disappointed by starting off my round with the birdie, Luke, I can tell you that.
Moving right along, and they're currently tied for first in the standings with Lydia Ko. Just off the fairway in the first cut.
Wow, did this come out beautifully?
All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
He's got to be careful this doesn't get away from him here. This is downhill.
One wheat bix too many, I think. It's got a chance. Well, that'll maintain the momentum. Nice par putt. Found the green side rough. So after that effort, this is the current standings on the course. And now this player sits in second behind the leader, Lydia Ko. The Copperhead course at Innisbrook can really bite you, especially if you're slightly wayward, and there's one of those holes right here at the third, Rich.
Decisions to be made. The fairway narrows up. Should you take driver out? Also the water on the right. So players more than likely laying back with some kind of fairway wood.
There have been a lot of players that have come out, and people are quick to label them as prodigious talents and what they can do, but it's true about Lydia Ko that she is one of the game's prodigies.
Luke, when you say prodigy, I think Lydia Ko's name should just be, instead of prodigy, just say, look at Lydia Ko. Because this young lady has seemingly done it all at 14 years young. 14, won a professional event. The youngest, men or women, to ever win a tournament that early. That is astounding. 18 years old, major champion with the final round 63. It's mind-blowing how good this young lady was at such an early age. Yes, had a little lull there for a little bit, but now come back out and is just taken the world by storm again. 17 wins already and building in her professional career. The sky is the limit for Lydia.
Going with the 6-iron here. Let's take another look at Tiger from earlier. This was his second. Oh, that's the shot. Go ahead and make one. Don't worry about getting it up and down. All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. Sitting at -1 in a share of second spot. Wow, that almost went in the hole. A bogey putt awaits. Well done. Lydia Ko is currently on top of this one. Stretching out over 600 yards means the par 5 fifth is no snack.
It is. Luke, I rarely say that par 5s on the PGA Tour are challenging, but this is definitely one of them. It's an uphill tee shot and a second shot that is downhill, moving from right to left, that's completely blind for these players. There is a tree about 100 yards out, which is going to be something they aim at when they lay up. Third shot, though, is very basic, down the hill to a fairly flat green surrounded by some bunkers. More than likely, most players are going to have to lay it up on this par 5.
opting for the 9-iron.
This needs to go a little bit right once it lands.
Here's a putt to move into a share of top spot on the leaderboard. That one, bit of work coming back. And that par ensures he'll stay right there at even par. The 6th hole at Innisbrook's Copperhead course, Rich. It's a challenging one, isn't it?
If you find the fairway off the tee here, you are an amazing human being. The fairway tilts from right to left very significantly. Holding the fairway is almost impossible. Oh, I gotta say, this is a gorgeous thing, isn't it?
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? The great Severano Ballesteros inspired an entire generation of European golfers, particularly his own Spanish golfers, and I feel that we might even have the best Spanish golfer of all time in Jon Rahm, Rich.
I absolutely agree with that. I believe in the game right now, Luke, that if there's one player that all others are fearful of when they get on top of the leaderboard, I think Jon Rahm's name would be #1, because he seemingly has zero weaknesses. I can't find a single one. I look at his game, and it is so complete, you just get envious of it, don't you? Because it is so good everywhere. Off the tee, iron play, the short game, the mentality, the vision, the imagination. He's got every single tool that you could possibly want in this game. He is by far, I believe, the most complete player in our game today.
Yeah, it certainly feels like we're in the Jon Rahm era right now. Trying to get to 1 under here with this putt. Just didn't drop. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. Now 3 strokes back after that hole. Well, if you haven't felt snake bitten already, the 8th at 230 yards, Rich, will certainly get you.
Everybody loves a 230-yard par 3, don't we, Luke? They're just wonderful, wonderful designs, and I'm laughing because this is nearly impossible. This green is just a sliver up there. A high shot moving a little bit from left to right is an absolute must on this par 3.
Par putt coming up here. So no movement there. He stays at even with the card. Ball striking continues to be the order of the day as the players arrive on the 9th tee, a par 4.
Yes, just thread those bunkers off the tee shot somehow with the driver. Second shot is going to be straight back up the hill. And once again, with the pin position over on the right-hand side, players will be unable to see where their golf ball pitches. This is a quality par 4.
This is from miles away.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Just a 4-footer remaining. And there it is. And there's highlights aplenty out there on the golf course. Let's take a look at this incredible shot. And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. The back 9 at Innisbrook's Copperhead course begins with a par 4.
Straight down the hill these tee shots go. That bunker down the left-hand side should see a fair bit of action. You leave it out to the right.
Looking shot, this. A wonderful shot and a chance for birdie here on the 10th. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me. Oh, how about that one? And with it, he moves to 1 under par. And he finds himself in a tie for 3rd.
Getting closer to that top spot on the leaderboard. This is getting interesting.
That's a poor lie. Will he be able to get out of here?
It looks like they have a bad lie here in the sand.
This one's heading towards the cabbage.
This shot coming from around the 150-yard marker.
Next shot straight back into the teeth of the wind.
Well, a little off the target with that one.
A bit short with that effort.
Playing their 4th shot. 2 strokes off the lead. Playing their 5th shot. Just 2 shots behind. Big time play, that one, at the right time too.
out of the rough into the hole. Thank you very much.
Well, I'd like to have one more look at that shot.
Yeah, Seve would be envious of this one. What a chip in.
Johnny Mack, what's the news?
Hey guys, we are checking in with Jon Rahm as he gets set for his next shot here on the 14th.
And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. Well, a birdie's also in your heart, standing on the 12th tee, a short par 4, Rich. Decisions to be made?
Just a long iron or a hybrid for this tee shot here, Luke. Second shot, you're coming in with some kind of short iron to a green that's protected by a deep bunker in the front.
Sitting at 1 under. Currently tied for third. Oh, that's a great approach shot. This putt to move into a share of second place. And that will drop in for a birdie. And that will take him to 2 under. And Rich, why don't we just get a little Tiger highlight from a moment ago? Our current leader showing us why they're on top.
I gotta say, I'm glad we got another look. That is in there close.
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Lucky 13 for some. This par 3 plays 200 yards.
Luke, this tee shot is about as hard as 8th grade algebra. It is absolutely mind-bending. It doesn't look like much, but that green absolutely... I think the green is made out of Gore-Tex. It repels golf balls.
This one's going right at the pin here. 14 feet to the cup.
The short game has been very impressive. They've been really sharp today.
A bit long on that one. An opportunity to make a par here. Yeah, good putt. Well hold. Currently a couple under for the event.
Gotta like it. Moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
The second of the back 9 par 5s, Rich, 14. There's plenty to it.
Only the biggest hitters in the game can reach this one in 2, so any tee shot just out to the right is ideal. That way it leaves an easier shot out to the left for your layup. The third shot will be going downhill to a green that tilts from back to front, guarded by a deep bunker over on the left-hand side. You find the fairway with your second shot, you've got a really good chance to hit your third in there close.
This is how you do it 7 days a week.
Current proceedings. And here we are with the third shot. He shares the lead. And Henny, what are they looking at here?
Setting up this putt 19 feet from the cup. This is their look at birdie.
Was that a rush of blood? Just 9 feet remaining to the hole. Ooh. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. And the entire field looks up at that familiar sight and sees the name of Tiger Woods on top. The long par 3 continues to be a feature here at the Copperhead course, and 15's no different.
It is. Thankfully, though, this is the flattest green, or one of the flattest greens on the golf course here. It's basically just a long iron down the hill to this flat green, but don't miss it left. That is no good.
An opportunity for a birdie here. Didn't quite judge the speed on that one. This putt is of 9 feet. That was a gallant attempt. Well, they're never nice, but that's the wrong time to go back-to-back with bogeys.
They're going to have to dig deep to pull this one out. Let's see what they got.
Well, as you enter the dreaded snake pit here at Innisbrook's Copperhead course, Rich, you know where you stand on the 16th tee.
This tee shot forces your hand. You must take it down the right-hand side in order to have a good look at this green for your second shot. Any misses out to the left, you're going to find the trees in all sorts of trouble.
Why don't we catch up with our man in the hot seat, Tiger Woods? And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
A little bit of breeze ruffling the old hair, and it's coming straight on.
Nicely done. Chance to get one under the card with this putt. A bit long on that one. Come on, let's make this putt. It's for a share of fourth on the leaderboard.
You could use it with only 2 holes remaining.
And a very familiar sight. Tiger Woods on top of the leaderboard. The Copperhead's penultimate hole is a good par 3 playing up the hill.
It's a tough tee shot. Plays longer than what's on the yardage. Any pin that's in the front part of the green is a difficult one to find as the green is so narrow.
And now we go to the 18th, and this happened just a moment ago. Let's return to live play now. This would be a great up and down. Oh, I thought that one was going in. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Yeah, they've left it in the perfect spot here, just below the hole. They can be aggressive up the hill.
And down it goes. Trailing by 4 strokes. The closing hole of Innisbrook's Copperhead course is also the final hole of the Snake Pit, and this one here has everything going against it.
Lay it back and you're going to have a long second shot back up the hill, but if you take driver and find the fairway, you'll be rewarded with a very short second shot.
Playing now from the fairway bunker. Getting ready to play their third. Currently 4 shots off the pace. How close was that to going down? And this putt for a final score of 71. And that wraps up proceedings in this one. And as this event winds down, he finishes in 5th position.
Just solid playing all week long. Great finish.
Well, another great day of action here at 2K Sports. On behalf of Rich Beam, the entire hard-working folks and team here, I'm Luke Elvey. We look forward to your company next time.